Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Closing Comments here on June 23rd. Let's jump right into our charts here and see how we kicked off the week. August live cattle up here on the board to start us off. Today we had a nice balanced day hanging out here right on top of this rising 50-day moving average, as well as this prior demand zone dating back to the middle end of May. Good supportive spot here, and the bulls were looking to defend the line here starting off early this morning. We did get a gap lower, but the bulls pushed right up to that high at 211 and a quarter. Midday, we did get a sell-off, pushing down and testing our opening range low here. If we take a look on our lower time frame, this opening range low was tested a couple times midday, but the bulls were stepping in and supporting this level, not letting any traction to the downside kick in. Good consolidation here right around the 209 level, showing the bulls are trying to defend this line. As we continue to follow this downtrend channel here on this lower time frame, we are seeing we are on the low end of this channel, and we could see a break here early tomorrow. We do need to get the bulls above this descending downtrend line, so we're going to need to see bids above 212 to really get that momentum higher. But right now we are seeing good supportive action, and the first step to a potential reversal here, head and see this market turn around and head back towards all-time highs. As expected, this is a good supportive spot down here at the 50-day moving average, offering long-term support. We'd like to see price continue to consolidate and tighten up here, or just see some of these prior day highs being taken out. Bids above them should get the ball rolling higher. Like I said, this bull pivot here at 212 is going to be the line that we need to see this market reclaim to really get the momentum rolling higher. But at the moment, we are seeing good signs of life by the bulls, good consolidation, and a potential support point here. And we should be seeing the bulls trying to turn this thing around and head back towards all-time highs. Right now, this 50-day moving average is holding price, but if we start to get offers below it, we could see some of that selling accelerate. So just want to be cautious with any trade below this 50-day moving average. But in the meantime, we are seeing good supportive action, and we do expect to see this big picture uptrend resume and see this market head back towards those all-time highs. Headed over to the feeder market now. Similar action, probing our bear pivot there at 301. If we take a look on our lower time frame here, we did see price hanging out today, just in between this 301 and 303 area for the majority of the action. Price balancing out on top of this prior week's point of control. Right now we are seeing some pressure being built up, good accumulation, good consolidation by the bulls here. Looks like they're trying to turn this market around as well. Feeders showing good support in between our major moving averages. This big picture uptrend remains intact, and we should see with today's high at 303.87. If we start to get bids above that and bids above our bull pivot there at 304.35, we really should see this thing start to kick off and head back towards those all-time highs. This cattle market's showing good supportive action in a good supportive place. Should see cattle prices begin to rally from here. We could see continued consolidation for a couple days, but expect to see by the end of the week this market start to head back towards those all-time highs as this cattle market remains very healthy. Let's jump over to the corn market now. Today we saw some downside across the corn futures. December and July both moving lower. July was pretty weak here today, breaking down below our bear pivot and not really looking back, pushing all the way down to 417 at the low. We are seeing volume roll over into that December contract, as December will become the new front month. So we'll be keeping an eye on both of those this week, and then we'll kick July off as we head into week 26. But for now, the rest of this week, we will be covering both. Good breakdown here below some of these prior levels, pushing down to contract lows here on this July contract. Would expect to see this corn market keep drifting lower. If we take a look at December, which is the new front month, nice reaction here from our 50-day moving average and this downtrend line showing pressure. Price pushing down below this 434 low, recovering and closing right at it. As we go into tomorrow's action, we'd like to see continued momentum below 434 and could really see this selling pressure kick in and carry this December contract down to new contract lows as well. Look for the downside to continue in the corn market as corn prices continue to get cheaper. Exciting market of the day was the crude market. Over the weekend, we obviously had a little bit of potential escalation there with the U.S. getting involved with the situation in Iran. However, it was a real nothing burger as we did get that gap higher, and this crude oil market calling the bluff on any escalations in the war. Price selling off, pushing $10 lower off that gap higher up there with that open at 78. We did see price closing down in the 67s, with this crude market losing $10 today, showing that the crude market really didn't believe in any potential escalations in the war. And like clockwork, we did see a ceasefire announced this evening, and we should see this prior high up here near 78 being the high to trade off of from now. We are pushing down into these major moving averages, so we could see a little bit of leftover demand trying to bounce here from the mid 60s. But given the situation de-escalating over in Iran, should expect to see this crude market settle into another range here in the mid 60s to low 70s. And below 64, we could see this market push back down into the 50s. So that 64 level is going to come into play once again. We did change our bias here on this crude market to neutral, as we think the upside is limited. There could be continued volatility here as we digest this recent move we've had, but expect the bears to keep pushing this market lower and punish all those late bulls heading into this market following the war news. And we should see crude prices continue to either balance out or push lower as the situation over there is over. Equity markets showing a nice rally here today. Price gapping lower last night on the Sunday open and then rallying all day long, completely engulfing Friday's action, getting a close up here just around 60.76. Nice strong rally here. Good reaction from this 20-day moving average, showing this equity market is strong and healthy and shaking off any sorts of bad news. Good sign here, as we are now only about 50 points off of these, 60 points off of the recent all-time high. We should see those all-time highs come before the week is over, as these equity markets look to continue pushing back towards those all-time highs in this very healthy market. We do have Jerome Powell speaking tomorrow morning and Wednesday morning, so that's going to be something we're going to keep our eye on, seeing what the Fed chairman has to say about the state of the market and monetary policy, so just something to keep our eye on, as that could introduce a little bit of volatility, but big picture, this market remains healthy and this uptrend remains intact. We should see higher prices in the equity market. That's all we got for tonight. Everyone have a good evening.